Alicia. I'm one of the volunteers here at the Priceless Parrot Preserve. We're going to do a little walkthrough now and show you some of the birds and the facility so you can get an idea of what we do here at the Priceless Parrot Preserve. Right now we have over 100 parrots, about 29 species. We have mostly larger birds, macaws, cockatoos, because a lot of times those are the ones that people can't handle and get rid of. So we don't adopt out. All of the parrots that are here will have a permanent home because we find that a lot of them have been abused or neglected in the past and they really need that extra support. So this is what the caging system is like. Most of our cages have been donated. We don't actually have a standardized cage system, so that's one of the things we're hoping to do, because as you can see, the cages are different shapes and sizes. So a more structured system would let us take in more birds and would also make cleaning the cages easier. So we have two major rooms with the birds in them. This is one of them. And the way we set up the cages is we base it on how much the birds like each other. So a lot of the birds are more bonded, or they might not like other birds. So we set up the cages so that they're next to birds that they like and not birds that would stress them out. So each parrot has its own cage, except for when there might be a bonded pair, they would share a cage. I can show you a couple of those we have set up. And as you can tell, we have toys outside of the cages. A lot of the parrots roam around during the day if they're well-behaved parrots, so we let them out of the cages during the day. And other ones that might not be as well-behaved, we'll let them out for less time on the playpens. And as you can see, we vary the size of the cages depending on the bird. So the hyacinth macaw gets a really big cage, and the smaller macaws can have a smaller cage. But we make sure they all have more than enough space for their size. This is the other bird room. This is built after the original one. It's in addition to the house. All these rooms are climate controlled so that the birds are in a healthy environment all year round. As you can see again, some of the parrots are out during the day if they won't cause any trouble. We do a lot of cleaning up here. We have some volunteers who help clean the cages and socialize the birds. So, yeah, these are our indoor facilities. This is the outdoor aviary system we've been working on. And this is really one of those things we need funding for. So as you can see, there will be 4 or 8 separate large aviaries for the birds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Towels and that.
Just more close-up of the birds. As you can see, some of the birds, like Luna, are usually out of their cage because they're friendly and well-behaved birds. This is one of our bonded pairs, that's why they're caged together. We have a couple of those, but as stated before, most of the birds have their own individual cage and space. Obviously we know now which birds get along and which don't, so that's how we'll put them in the cages. And then there's a central walk-through system that will also be closed off so that if we need to go in and change the birds' food or water or clean out the cages, we can close off that area and there's no way for them to escape. We'll also have some of these perches and stuff inside when we're able to complete it. It's about 75% complete. A lot of the groundwork is laid, but we still need to finish putting up the siding and lay down cement on the central walkway.